shoulder dart bustier. Here is how to draft your shoulder dart bustier. So I have some measurements here. I have my chest line, I have my bust point, I have my under bust point, and my total length, which is my half length. Do you understand? So if you are used to my tutorial by now, you should know how to mark your bust point, your under bust, and your total length. So those are the measurements that I'm having here. So the chest line, how can you get your chest line? You go up from your bust point by 2 inches. That is how to get your chest line. But at the end of the day in this tutorial, we don't really need the chest line, so you might not mark the chest line, just leave that out of it. So now next thing for us to do is to mark your shoulder measurement. Divide your shoulder measurement into 2. Mine is 8. I have marked it. So after marking it, I mark my neck circumference. So I'm marking 3 inches for the width and 3.5 inches for the length. Depends on the kind of neckline you want to do. Do you understand? So just do the kind of neckline you want to use. So now after doing that, I'm going to come to this chest line, mark your nipple to nipple measurements divided by 2. Mine is 4 inches, so I'm going to mark that 4 inches on my chest line and my bust point. Do you understand? On my chest line and my bust point, I am going to mark 4 inches. So the 4 inches is going to stop at the bust point. When you get to the under bust, you deduct half an inch from it, which means I'll be marking 3.5 inches for the under bust and my half length. Make sure you use your own measurement. Do you understand? So like I said, my chest line, I'm going to mark 4 inches. My bust point, I'm also going to mark 4 inches. That means my nipple to nipple divided by 2. So when I get to the under bust, I'm going to mark 3.5 inches, which means I deducted half inch from me. So at the end of the day, after marking it, the shape is going to be slant. Do you understand? So make sure you use your own nipple to nipple measurements. Use your own nipple to nipple measurement. So I am going to extend the marking to the chest line. Like I said, you know me, I already marked the chest line, but I already told you guys that for this tutorial we don't really need the chest line, so you can just leave it out of it. But since I already marked my chest line, I'm going to extend it to my chest line. Do you understand? So now after doing that, come to your shoulder measurements. Whatever thing you have that is remaining from the neckline to the shoulder measurement, divide it into 2. So after dividing it into 2, you mark it, then you connect it to the line that we are having at the bust point. Do you see? So you connect it. So this is how to go about your shoulder darts. Assuming you want to draft the shoulder darts, you can do it this way, but we are drafting shoulder darts bustier, so we still have a long way to go. So now after doing that, come to this under bust. I'm going to mark 2 inches. Now I make use of 2 inches for my bustiers. You can also use 2.5 inches. I guess it depends on how busty the person is. Remember, I am just a tutor for beginners, so you can decide to use whatever system you want to use, but I make use of 2 inches for my underbust contouring. Now you are going to extend your underbust contouring, extend it to your bust points. Now you can see the way I'm trying to place my curve ruler very well, so that I am going to get the perfect curve. Do you see the way I curve it from the underbust to the bust point? So now after doing that, come to this shoulder measurement, this shoulder line, go out by 2 inches. Do you see I marked 2 inches? You can do 2.5 inches, depends on what you want. So now you are going to connect it to the bust point. Do you see? Connect it to the bust point. Now do you see what we are having? We are having our shoulder dart bustier. So try to blend that place that I am blending, in case you're making use of your ruler, so you're not going to be having a sharp edge at the end of the day. Now the next thing for us to do here is, now let me show you this. You see all this place that I am cancelling, we are going to cut them out. That means we are not going to be needing them in our bustier. So that means that we would have to replace those inches that we are deducting. We have to replace them. So now, we reduced 2 inches from the shoulder measurement. Now you would mark that 2 inches back. So the new marking now is our new shoulder measurement. So now you mark your armhole. I'm trying to mark my armhole here. Mine is 7 inches. Then I'm going to mark a straight line. So all I did there was I had to replace the 2 inches that we deducted from the shoulder measurement. So now after marking that, how do I get my armhole curve? I'm going to, now before that, let's do our shoulder slope. So I'm going down by 1 inch from that my shoulder end measurement, and I'm going to mark my shoulder slope. You can make yours ½ inch, you can make it 1 inch, depends on what you want. So now I've already marked my shoulder slope. So now let me mark my my armhole curve. So you are going to mark your bust measurements. Remember to add that 2 inches that we deducted. So after that, whatever thing you have on this armhole, divide it into 2, mark it, then go in by ½ an inch. Do you see? Then you are going to connect those lines together. So that is how to get your shoulder your armhole curve. Do you understand? So I've already gotten my armhole curve, and you can see the way it is looking. So now after doing that, you mark your body measurements. Now you see that underbust, we deducted 2 inches. Make sure you replace it back to your measurement when you are marking. So all those inches that we are cutting out, make sure you add them back when you are marking your body measurements, and you also add your allowance, your sewing allowance. Make sure you add everything when you are drafting. So we've come to the end, and this is how to draft your shoulder that's bustier. And do not forget, any skills as we have classes, we have online classes, we have streetwear class where we'll be teaching you how to make hoodie, joggers, cargo pants, cargo skirts, tees, polo. We also have our bustier class where you'll be seeing all these tutorials that I'm uploading. You can access them on Telegram and watch them anytime. I also have the bustier with the yoke. We have like 3 bustier tutorial on our bustier online class, which is just 2,000 naira. The streetwear is 5,000 naira. We also have the pants class, we have the shirts class, we have the bag class. So it depends on what you want. So if you are interested in our classes, click on the link in the comment section to enroll. The classes are very affordable, and you can access them at your free time. So now this is how to go about the drafting of your shoulder that's bustier. Please do not forget to like, comment, and share. Engage to encourage and to get more tutorials. So this is how to cut it. You can see, watch carefully the way I'm talking. Make sure you watch how to cut it. This is what we are having. So you pad it, you join it, then you are having your shoulder that's bustier. It is as simple as this. See you in my next video. Bye.